Hey guys, welcome back to a new video of DANIA. Last video you saw me make the Viking ships, which you guys, how do you say, you liked them a lot, and I'm super happy for the feedback of them, guys. It was nice to know that you guys liked them as well, and they went straight to the front page, so that's awesome. Thanks for that, guys. I don't know if any one of you had something into it, but just want to say. But I also mentioned in last video that I was gonna fiddle a little bit around the Viking area, and that is basically what I am doing today, guys. I managed to get a lot of stuff done, first of all. And basically a little bit everywhere in the Viking area, but only in the Viking area. I'm trying to fill out the gaps and everywhere where I can add stuff. So the first place I'm going to is the pirate ship here, which I'm gonna call something so imaginary as Viking ship. Wow, right? I know. And when I built this, I had in mind when I first placed it down that I wanted to theme it some way, and I do that, but it's a very minimal theming I can do with this guy. So he's gonna get some locks and a little bit of Viking shape on the top, which is basically what it is that I'm gonna do on this ride today, and then I'm gonna make a little arch and a little bit sign for it, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm trying something here first where I'm kind of failing. This was not the thing I was gonna do with this, so I went another way. As you can see, I'm trying it out here, but it doesn't work out for me the way I wanted to have it, and the way I kind of thought about doing this. So I scrapped the idea. And here I'm just gonna I did just go over and do some locks here instead. Just stack them next to each other, up and down, and a little bit of variation to them, so they don't have the same pattern and all that. And I feel like I could match this together since I already surrounded the ride with these sort of locks, which I also used for the entrance. So I felt like these locks here doesn't really. It looks nice that they're here. It looks kind of natural. And I didn't know what I wanted to do here, because I didn't want something that was super high that kind of like closed off the water and the Viking ships and the boat ride station. So I feel like here I'm just gonna place a lot of shrubs and stuff here, because for now I don't wanna ruin the view it has when you kind of like look next to it, where you also see the botanical garden and all that. So I think I'm not gonna do that there. At this part, I'm already trying to theme the ride itself, but it's a trial and error again, guys. As I said, this is me just fiddling around, but I did press record, so I was like, I'm just gonna record here, and then let's see what I can achieve to do with this. And it is actually like about 4 hours of building you see here in today's video. So you will see some trial and errors, as you've seen in the other ones too, where I'm kind of like trying out stuff, and yeah, you know, had an idea in head, I'm gonna try that, and if it works, then yes, and if not, then I'll find another way. So after I do the Viking thing here, I'm making a custom sign, and as I said, the name I know is super imaginary. The Viking ship, I had no idea what to call it. I thought something Danish. And something that could have something to do with this entire area. At this point I was just blank, so it just got the so original name as the Viking ship. So this is the sign I'm doing for that part now, and I couldn't get the ship part to be there, so it became something pretty random sign. I don't know, I might change it, go back and change it up a little bit, because it's not super crazy, to be honest. It's very original, but it's okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be super crazy all the time. and I just felt like that this were it was okay just have Viking and then a ship with the Western sign underneath. So here I'm just trying out some other stuff because I wasn't entirely sure if I should go with this sign or not. But I ended up using it anyways, as I said, and using that Western sign as you see me place here. So that's basically what it is for this. I do also end up placing the Valkyria helmet we got. And question to you guys, you see here, I know it's not super Viking, it's more Nordic-ish in that way, but does it work? Anyways, I did end up deleting it, but if you guys think it can work, I might be able to place it somewhere else or so. I just felt like it was kind of like in the middle of is it usable or not in the Viking area. Or I could just go and make my own helmet if that is something I can. I'll probably can do that if so. But anyways, we're coming here at the end of the sign here I'm doing, which is basically, as I said, nothing crazy. And I'm continuing with the locks here. I kind of want to enclosure it off here. I'm also placing a little bit more of trees and stuff. So this queue will be more enclosed. And then I'm also theming or decorating the platform of the ride itself and putting some assets on and so on. So it's not gonna end up looking like this as you see now here. It's ending up getting a lot more stuff. And as I said, I wasn't entirely when I fiddle around. I don't really have ideas. I just try out stuff, you know. And then when the stuff I do becomes something good, then afterwards I start maybe brainstorming some ideas for the thing I've built. Like, what if I can add this now to this? And so this was all kind of like just me placing pieces. Whereas usually sometimes when I go into a park, I usually have in mind what I want to do. I think a lot of you have that. Like, it's never a good thing, you know, like just to, oh, I have to build, so I need to go in there. It's never good to just force yourself to build, because that's usually where it never ends up looking very good, or you're not super satisfied with the end result, or not. So it was kind of for me just to do it, you know, and I felt like it today. And so I just felt like, okay, if I can achieve doing something while I fiddle around and make it a nice little video for you guys, then I will do it. No sweat. And I also saw a comment in the last video that said I would love to see a video where you fiddle it around and stuff, because it's basically as I said. So, and I know the video might be a little bit messy, ergo the the fiddle. But as you saw here, you did see me make a little bridge here, but the path was already here. It was something I played around with before the recording. As I've said, the pathing in DANIA is just dumb. It crashes my park every time I try to play with it. So I'm kind of just trying to do it off camera, so I don't need to have recording where it's just a freezing part. So I did the path, or I did the bridge here, and also connected it to the Hulker coaster and the exit path. So when you cross this bridge here, you'll come to the entrance to the coaster. I couldn't make the queue go over here, because then I wouldn't have place for the exit, and it would be a whole lot of mess with two bridges crossing over and stuff. So I felt like this was kind of neat to have it like this, you know, with the bridge going over the river rapids and then connecting with the entrance and the exit. And then have the whole Viking area on the other side, where you also can see a little bit of a little lake, or how you say, a little creek. No, not creek, a lake. I did in the middle here too. That I'm also gonna decorate a little bit further on in the video. Not foliage and stuff, but just surrounding it with a nice little rope fence. But I was mainly just trying to keep the Viking theme going here on this bridge, you know, like a little outpost-ish where you can look down to the river rapids. So that's basically it. It's not a lot. It's nothing fancy, to be honest. It was mainly just a little idea I had in mind that I wanted to do with this sort of little bridge here. Here I'm doing something else as well, fiddle a little bit more around with some shops and toilets. I felt it would be kind of cool to have this sort of shop here when they come from the exit part of the coaster. So that was kind of like what I did at this part. And I wasn't 100% sure on what kind of building I should make to these shops I placed down. So I was brainstorming while I was placing all these rocks down here and all, and then I just went in and kind of like just added a few things and kind of see where it would take me. And it ended up being me making like a little Viking cabin shed with these sort of what are they called, wooden stake fences, and just decorate that part actually. So it was nothing really crazy, just another Viking shop, as I did at was it the first shop I did that was kind of like this too ish. So I just felt like it would kind of cool to have something here, and then it also adds something to the river rapids as well, because I also detail it on the back side, so it feels like in some sort of little shack you cross through when you ride the river rapids, which is also, as I said, the more I detail around the coaster and such, the more detailing the river rapids get. So it's kind of like 2 hits in 1 stroke here, which I'm super pleased about on this part though, and it will continue a little bit further on. As I said about the messiness about this video is that a lot of the places you see me work on will not be finished, but I think they are good enough to be presentable for you guys in this video at least. So don't mind all the bare spots, you still see some of the places. I also have cinematics of the most important areas I did today. So, but yeah, kind of like as I've said, guys, I will probably next video I will see where it takes me, of course. But I really want to start on the station on to the CGI coaster, or GCI coaster, I mean, because I feel like when that station is done, then there's not really so many stations left in the park. Then we mainly have the LiQWYD area, where we have the coaster there, which need a station, and the boat ride station, which basically is those 3 stations we need in the park. So I'm kind of hurrying up a little bit because I really want those out of the way. So I'll probably see if I can pull myself together and actually manage to do something in the LiQWYD area in the future weeks that are coming here now. I'm also gonna have a few busy weeks here, so I'm hoping I can manage to pull some stuff together and finish off that area, because the more I actually look at LiQWYD area, it looks kind of nice, the area, and it's a shame that I burned out on it that quick, because I really wanted to finish it, you know, and I'm also gonna do. But at the point when I was making it, I was really hoping that I just could you know, just go straight through it and just finish everything. But that's kind of having high hopes when it comes to it, because I didn't do that on all the areas. Mainly the Viking area is mainly the area where I've just kept on building on for like the past 5-6 videos. I can't remember, but yeah, it's quite nice to have that feeling again. So, but yeah, as I said, guys, I'm detailing this building here, and as you can see, the more I add, the more ideas, the more detailing that comes to it, and I feel like I needed to have this door open because I didn't feel like the closed look will look nice, and also kind of decorated the interior inside with some planks and stuff. So I felt like it needed to be open, and I'll probably add a toilet sign to it, but I definitely feel like that this little shop here added that little thing that was supposed to be here on this little bare spot there when you come from the exit from the coaster, and also when you go past it from the river rapids. And you will also see me add some stuff on the back too, because I feel like it was super I've used too many planks on this episode. It was too blank, my god. So I definitely also add a little door and 2 windows on the back there. You will see it at some point here in the video. But I mean, yeah, it's no matter what I did today, I'm still satisfied on what I achieved, because even though it's small things, when it comes to it in the end, it's a lot of stuff that actually get mingled together, and the transitions between everything is kind of going strong now. And I think that, as I say, I want to start on the station, and then maybe when I finish that one, I might consider going to some of the other areas and see if I can make some videos of those two. I might even, if you guys are interested in interior video, because I have so many empty shops and restaurants in the park that needs interior, and maybe I can do that in like one video where I just go straight to shop A, shop B, and shop C, and just do all the interior stuff. Of course, it will be a lot easier if I use some of the UGC stuff, because it really is nice, all that interior stuff people have done. But as I said, I'm just gonna keep it smooth, this park, and not use all that stuff, and just try see what I can achieve with the interior that we have now. Because it has been possible before to do some stuff, so I might be able to do something with the pieces we already have, because it is possible, right? And I also have that Lego diner, which I possibly can do something to as well. We have the restaurant feature. I think someone mentioned it in one of my previous videos, that I could actually make that Lego diner a restaurant now, where I can actually save a lot of time on that. So I might do that. So yeah, that was just a little thing too. But as you guys can see here, I felt like it was super plain on the back here, and there was a lot of space between the bottom and the roof. So I felt like a rope and some pearls pointing out would just be the thing it needed. Here I'm adding this little extra thing here. I thought it was kind of cool to have it spraying water out when you come past it with the river rapids. I really did try to get the river rapids going through here while I was building, and also on the cinematics. But as soon as I press play on this part, it just goes crazy. I'm just sitting there and like waiting for 5 minutes or so for it to play, because it has to load so many things up. So yeah, unfortunately there's nothing of that, guys. Here at this point, I'm adding some fencing around this little lake here, which I will decorate more, but for now it's mainly just gonna be the railing part here, or the fencing part, with a little bit of the wooden stack fence to place down below the ground. Right now I'm just trying to make this area look nice, and kind of like trying to make it finished, so I can kind of like work my way out of the Viking area instead of inside, even though I still have to do some more stuff to the river rapids. And I think I might do that in one episode too, where I'm just gonna finish all the river rapids theming off too, and then have that sorted out, because there's not a lot to do in that part. It's mainly some rocks, and then maybe have some of that, you know, you see on a lot of river rapids, you have these waterfalls coming down on one of the sides, and you go past it, and that's where you usually get super soaked, you know. So I might incorporate that too in the river rapids. But as you can see here, I'm trying to do some more stuff to the pirate ship here, and I never tried to theme this right before, and it's kind of sad it's a pirate ship, but okay, it's just because I need the Viking area now, that it would have been very nice if it was been a Viking ship. But anyways, I try to do my best to add it here, but of course the hitboxes on this Viking ship is kind of big, so it was impossible for me to try to get these locks every time I placed them in. So I had to like duplicate it and then move it. But the thing I'm doing here, guys, is basically just this. I'm adding some locks so it kind of get that wooden structure basically, and still so you have the iron supports on the top. And then I'm adding this little Quinn Dynasty roof, which basically in this area it works as a Viking area, or theme I mean, which is also on a lot of the buildings. And I kind of think it's kind of a neat idea to have it on the top here. It gives it more charm, and it gives it more theming instead of just having a straight support line up there. So I'm quite satisfied on that, to be honest. Here I was trying to add some more fencing to it, but it just didn't work out. I wanted to add some more. I might do when I get some more ideas, but I just couldn't have it playing and writing itself as I was building, because that was gonna tank a lot my frame rate on that. So I usually just want to play in pause mode, and then whenever I need to watch stuff in play mode, I do it just to save the frame rate. So but yeah, as I said, I'm putting up some wooden planks here too, or the scaffolding here, kind of like to make it look wooden also, this type of platform here. And then I think I'm adding a little extra, what is it? A little extra thing to it, so it kind of like goes into the water, like you can see here. I will probably add a boat down here on it, so it have a purpose to be here. But I'm usually just here putting some barrels and stuff, you know, detailing it, just filling up some areas and stuff. And the more I add to this lake here with the Viking ship, it's starting to look very, very nice. And the area itself is very, very good now. Very, very good. It's looking very, very good now. And I must say, my goal was to make the Viking area the best looking area in the park. And just how it looks now, and it's not even done, I'm already favoritizing this area so much. And I can really feel it when I build, because I put way more thoughts and time into this area. I mean, the Legoland I used a lot of time on too, but as I said, I burned out on it quick. Where I feel like here I actually achieved to build a lot of different styles and stuff in the Viking area, and still have like this sort of same style to it. So I'm super happy about that, and I will still keep continue here. And I'm starting to look at some reference pictures for the station, and I think I got a cool image and how I wanted it. As I said, I want to build it sort of Woden inspired, not recreate the station, more inspired by it. So I'm hoping that I can do that. Here at this part, I was just trying to make some last locks to the exit here, because I felt like that I wasn't entirely sure if I should keep the small locks going all the way up there, or if I should make the big locks going all the way down to the concrete floor. But I mixed it up a little bit, and I kind of like it here. As you can see, as I mentioned in the start of the video, I placed down some shrubs and stuff, because the trees, and if I place something there, it would just ruin the look. So I just stopped it and went the other way with it, and just shrubbed it up instead. And I'm pretty surprised, no, not surprised, satisfied with the end result. And I must say, today in DANIA, the day here when I was building in it, it had a good day. The frame rate wasn't super crazy, and I also think that's kind of like what made me achieve what I achieved today. Sorry guys. So I'm super satisfied on how the area looks so far, and how it is looking now. And I think with a lot more stuff, this area is gonna look super dope. I'm 100% sure. And I'm also thinking about making a little Viking main street when you come through the Kattegat entrance, because I have this big green area, as you can see here on the right, and I don't actually know what to fill in there yet. I'm quite I don't know. Should I place another ride there maybe? But which ride should it be though? Because I have the room to place a flat ride, or maybe a little small ride of some sort. But I don't know. I will brainstorm it. So I definitely want some buildings to the street, so I have some Viking shops and stuff. But as I say, that's for another video, and also need to brainstorm it a little bit. But for now, I'm quite satisfied on where this is going. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it as well. Because I want to hear you guys' thoughts on how you think this area has evolved through the videos. And now when I give you guys this fiddle video here, you kind of like can see what I'm doing when I don't record. This is basically kind of like the fiddling I do when I do this in DANIA. So yeah, and I actually did try walking around in play mode, record and stuff. and it was kind of bad. So I don't know if I will ever be able to stream from DANIA, but definitely from the other parks. Yeah, that is for sure. I'm also trying to finish up some of the 2 other Viking buildings I have, so I can get them on the workshop as well. I have that the Shield Master's house, and so on. So yeah, but we're at the end here, guys. So yeah, I always appreciate you guys for watching. Let me hear your comments down below, what you have to say about this. And yeah, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the cinematics, guys. Bye.